Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas-y drinky goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week is our top 5, our celebratory best of the year episode.
It's our ratings episode.
Yes. So we're gonna tell you what's what this episode.
What we think's what.
What we think's what's what.
So first off, welcome to live studio audience. And as always, welcome to the live chat room.
Chat room. Over there, chat room.
Over there.
Also, if you want to get a hold of us, pubcrawl at vegasvideonetwork.com. That's pubcrawl at vegasvideonetwork.com.
There's also that toll-free listener line.
Toll-free listener line, 1-866-966-4599.
Oh, very good.
Hey, how about that?
Surprised.
We are we're on the Twitter, which I just tweeted just now. I just tweeted in my pants, and it was dirty. We are the LV Locals. The network is Vegas Video Network, as you can see right there. Roku.
Yes.
That's all the rage this Christmas.
Maybe you'll get a Roku for Christmas.
If you've been good. KSHP 1400 AM Las Vegas. The famous. They should have a name like the infamous KSHP or the yeah.
K-ship.
The K-ship. I know, but I like ship.
I like shop.
We're on iTunes, audio, video. We're on video. If you just want video, you can also go to YouTube. I was on YouTube today. It's an interesting place to YouTube.
You could even watch us and then mute us.
I don't see why you'd want to do that.
I don't know, just for fun. A little bit, I don't know.
I've heard it the other way around.
You could do so many things.
The internet's full of wonderful, strange places, and we are going to give you our top. This is one of the places. You're going to find some strange stuff this episode. So without further ado, let's get to the last one of the year.
Yes.
It's a special one. Cocktail of the week. Cocktail of the week. Get these out. All right. This week we decided, because it's the end of the year and it's special, we're going to use champagne in our cocktail. This is no ordinary champagne. This is Veuve Clicquot.
It is Veuve Clicquot.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Veuve Clicquot. Okay.
Stop it.
It's supposed to be, it's what it is. C-L-I-C-Q-U-O-T. Clicquot. Anyway,
it's
supposed to be better than Dom Perignon. And if I'd ever had Dom Perignon, I could tell you, but I never have. I do know we spent about $46 on this bottle, and I went, and it all spilled all over the kitchen. It like erupted.
Yes.
So I was kind of mad because it was like $20 right there and sticky all over our kitchen. I was told to use this by Mike at Frankie's Tiki Room.
Yes.
Who said if you're going to use a champagne, a brut, not that he's a brute, this is a brute. This is the one to use. This is like the original champagne or something.
This is the first modern champagne.
Okay, whatever that means.
Yes, and the Veuve Clicquot is actually, Veuve means widow in French, so this is from the Widow Clicquot.
Oh.
And it's very famous.
Very famous.
Very famous.
Like Dom Perignon is a guy who also heralded as making the first modern champagne, but this is supposed to be the first modern champagne.
Yes.
I personally not crazy about it, as a matter of fact. I know champagne like I know champagne. I know nothing about it. I think I like Asti Spumani. I've had that. I liked it. And that's like the only one I've ever had that I liked. This is really good. And I just haven't developed a taste yet. So
I like it.
I tried it.
Very good.
What we're making, though, is a French 75. French 75. It is gin, sugar, which you could also use simple syrup, which is what we're going to do because I don't even know where to find super fine sugar. Lemon juice, chilled champagne, which it's not, and a slice of orange, and a maraschino cherry. It's the end of the year.
We brought garnish for once.
Yes. Anyway, so let's start. But we didn't bring is our shaker. So I'm going to, or ice. So it's the end of the year. You know, you can only get this right for most of the year. So let's make one, or two, actually. We start with gin.
Okay, so
Scott's favorite gin, or not his favorite, but I know he does like the Tanqueray. So we'll start with some Tanqueray. It's going to be 3, right?
3 ounces.
I don't
or
think our cup.
2 cocktails.
I might have, because it's a little shaker.
You should make one at a time.
I might have to. So we'll go 1.5.
Plus, this might be tricky because when you pour the champagne in at the end, it might bubble. So this is actually the first time we're making it. So
Right. Now,
experiment.
I'm using simple syrup instead. Now, it says how much simple? 1 teaspoon. I don't know how much that is.
Yeah,
That's,
one teaspoon.
Teaspoon's the little one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or 2 teaspoons of superfine sugar, which you can't, and I don't know if you could use powdered sugar instead. I don't know. I looked it up and no one had an answer. Oh, there we go. So there's some sugar. Lemon juice, how much?
1.5 ounces of lemon juice.
That's a lot of lemon juice. Okay. That's it, and I shake that.
Okay, yes. So
Shake that with the plastic
combine
shaker?
Gin, sugar, and lemon juice.
Right.
Shaker with ice. Shake well. Hey, look at that. The makeshift shaker worked.
It works. I don't have a strainer, but I'll have to, okay.
Okay, pour into a Collins glass or a flute.
We'll use a flute because we are fancy. All right. Oh, look at these.
Okay, and then top it with champagne very slowly.
Some champagne.
And
I don't know if we have to do that, but I will do that just in case we spill. It's 4 ounces.
yeah, so it's 4 ounces of chilled champagne, or just top it off.
And because it's the end of the year, you get a humongous slice of orange on your drink, which is going to make it impossible to drink.
What did you use that little knife for?
That is
I just
beautiful.
used that too, so I didn't pour the. Look at that. That looks like a drink.
Looks very lovely.
So I didn't just pour it in. It kind of diffused the pour on the. Kind of like making a mudslide. You use a spoon.
Yeah, if you pour it in directly, it might bubble over.
Right, and we don't want that to happen. So let me do. Now that I've done one, let's do another one. So that was a lot of that. This is mine. And a lot of this, which is kind of.
1.5 ounces of lemon juice.
All right.
This champagne is supposed to be the favorite drink of haute bourgeois and nobility.
Really? Well, we are haute bourgeois. That is for sure.
Yes, in our plastic shaker.
Yes.
We are so fancy.
Well, this is also another classic cocktail for those keeping score. This is like number 13.
You just randomly picked that number.
Well, I said 12 last week, so. Oh, look at these.
But see, this is actually a nice trick. So if you're out at a New Year's party or at a Christmas party, you don't need a shaker to make fancy drinks.
No, this
Just
is
just grab a party cup.
party cups, and you're good to roll. All right, then I'm going to try it with. I'm going to do the trick. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to dump it on the knife and into the glass. This is very fancy, I must say.
It is.
All right, the French 75, our final cocktail of the year.
Oh, and before you drink, I have an Irish toast.
Oh, an Irish toast
Yes.
with our French cocktail.
Right. Because we figured out where we're going to go.
Because we are bourgeois?
Well, where we're going to go for New Year's.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're
Right.
going to be spending our New Year's at McMullen's Irish Pub.
Right. They're having a little party get together, so
If
we're
you
going to be
guys
there.
can join us, now you'll know the toast.
All right.
So this is holly and ivy hanging up and something wet in every cup.
Oh.
Now I have to drink without getting this in my face.
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, classic cocktail.
That is delish.
All right. Well, without further ado, now that we have our fancy French non-bourgeois cocktails, let's get on to Not the Adventure. Let's take a station ID and come back with the big rundown. Let's go.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to Pub Crawl's 2011 Top 5 list of everything. I feel so fancy pants. And I cannot drink this thing with this orange in here. See, this is why we don't garnish, right there.
See what Alicia did?
Oh, you just shoved it in there.
I cut it, I tore it in half.
And she referred to herself in the third person, which always worries me.
All right, well, this is the time of year when everybody does their top lists of everything. Before we get to ours, though, there is a Vegas Awards kind of thing that happens every year called the Trippies on VegasTripping.com. And it's really kind of the only thing that's Vegas rated like this. At the end of the year, they do a top whatever, best and worst of Vegas in general. We read a few last year after the awards. But this year we're going to go just a few that are close to our heart.
Yes, and anybody can log onto their website and vote.
VegasTripping.com. You go there and it say the Trippies, and you can log on and vote. You just have to give them your email address, and it's not a spam thing. You just have to register so you can't vote like 50 times, which I've tried. What they've done, they do like best of the Strip, worst of the Strip, best downtown, worst downtown. They do a million categories: best meat, best restaurants,
show,
best entertainment. A lot of the stuff I don't know because it's a little fancier, like. Their best restaurants, I don't think we've eaten at any of them. Because it's like Joel Robuchon and some other place I can't pronounce. And what it's like, we don't know it because we just don't, can't afford it. But
we'll leave that for Al Mancini.
Right, on top of the food chain. Now and their viewers on their site. But what is close to our heart is they do have a best and worst bar category for starters. Let's just run down. I just want to get your take on these. We haven't discussed these. Their best bars. Now, these are not the winners. These are just the nominees.
You just want to run down the list?
Yeah, well, wait.
Just read them off.
And the nominees for best bar on the Trippies are, somebody get ready for when we do ours in a minute. Now, they said Bond at Cosmo, Book and Stage at Cosmo, Chandelier at Cosmo, Vesper at Cosmo, which that's a rough call because it's every bar at Cosmopolitan.
Well, they're all very good bars.
I mean, I don't know how you'd pick one over the other. Well, they all have different drinks. So I guess you'd have to, whatever one has a drink you like. Fireside Lounge at Peppermill, which is literally across the street. I don't like Fireside. I mean, it's awesomeness. Don't get me wrong. It's bitchin' beyond bitchin'. Look at
it's one of the most romantic spots.
If you call that romantic,
I
just call
romantic.
it killer.
It's just the decoration in there, and they've got little fire pits, and it's really.
Oh, it's Vegas
moody.
kitsch to the nth degree, but it's kind of expensive, and the drinks aren't necessarily good. They use the see it. I don't know. Anyway,
we've got a floating thing.
Yeah, floater. Yes. But at Fireside, I wouldn't put in best bar category. Fontana Bar at Bellagio, never been there. Mandalay, Mandarin Bar at Mandarin Oriental, that I would.
That's very nice.
Whatever this place is called at Bellagio.
Petrosian.
I've never been there either. Parasol Up and Parasol Down, which are okay. I like that. Now here's where I have to draw. Their worst bars, I like every one of them. Toby Keith's, I love this bar and grill. Love that place. Rock House, okay, I hate Rock House.
And Imperial Palace.
I hate that place. Okay, Dick's Sauce Resort, we kind of have mixed. We did that. We did a mixed review on that. First time we hated it.
Well, we hated it.
Second time we liked it. Third time we didn't like it so much. It's not that. I wouldn't call it the worst bar in Vegas at all. Gillies, what Gillies ever did to you? That's not a bad place. I think, you know what it is? I don't think they like country music. And Margaritaville, which is one of the best places in Vegas. So they have Toby's and Gilly's in Margaritaville. Like, those three are awesome. I don't know. It must be a country music
Maybe
thing.
it's too corporate or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or country. A lot of people just hate country music.
Well, these also
We're
have
not
to
like
be-
the most country
These
people.
have to be bars on the strip too.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what would you say would be your worst?
Worst bar on the strip?
Yeah. There's so many. I would have to say that.
There's so many random bad. Just
I think Rock House, Imperial
that is
Palace. I would
crud.
agree with that.
Well, that's just annoying and loud and awful but I don't know. Just the random sports book at Caesars. It's like, is that a great bar? No, that kind of thing. Anyway, more importantly, I have a little problem with that. But hey, but we don't know what. Hey, maybe Rock House might win that category, which it should. Then they have another category here called Best Podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa, Best Podcast. There's a couple on there that whatever. But no, I'm kidding. There's a 360 Vegas Podcast, The Strip, This Ain't Iowa, Vegas Gang, which I do listen to all of, and what's Pub Crawl? Pub Crawl?
Nominated for a Turkey one. That's great.
Well, I'd like to thank my mom, Jesus. We didn't win yet. Yet. But no, so we're on there. So actually, if you like us, go to vegastripping.com. Give us a vote in the positive category. There's no worst podcast, by the way. When it gets down to there, it's just whatever's best. So I thought I'd give the Trippies a little love because they gave us some and give some right back.
That's right.
It's funny. I went to go log on to the Trippies and do my vote. I've had an account on Vegas Tripping like way before we even lived here. On my little bio, it's talking about the drinks at Quarks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember when I made it like 8 jobs ago. I remember when I was sitting at work and I made my. And I didn't know. Now I know. Now I've met the guys. It's kind of funny. Anyway.
On to our.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2011 Vegas Video Network. 2011 top 5. Check 1, 2. Anyway, let's do our top 5. This is what you've been waiting for all year. Everybody's asked us, what's the best this? What's the best that? Hey, Dave. Hey, Alicia. What's the best? Well, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the most important category ever. Best Nachos. Best Nachos. If it comes on a chip and it's got cheese on it, we'll eat the ass end out of it. So, now, this is a rough category. Now, every one of these categories, believe me, when we did this list, we were at a bar, oddly enough, and we had top 30, I think. We whittled it down on all these categories to the top 5, and it was some fighting, some screaming.
Then we had to sort them out and agree because we had to agree on the final.
Right, yeah, some hair pulling. It was pretty nasty. But the number 5 best nachos in Las Vegas, carne asada nachos at Agave. I love them. I would have rated them higher, but you knocked the curve down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they were great, and I've heard other people really love them, but I thought they were just too meaty for me.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the problem with these nachos?
There were too much.
Too meaty?
Too meaty.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
They were greasy. They were greasy, too.
They weren't greasy.
I thought so.
They weren't greasy.
But they're good. They're just too rich.
They do a cheese sauce instead of melted cheese.
Yeah, it was too.
Which I like.
Too much nachos.
That's a theme in on our best nachos is cheese sauce as opposed to cheese. Now, number 4 best nachos. Speaking of cheese sauce, the 4 cheese nachos at Diablo's Cantina.
At Monte Carlo.
Oh, at the Monte Carlo. Oh, by the way, yeah, Agave is 10820 West Charleston, way out across from the Red Rock. Diablo's in Monte Carlo. This was rough because they make 3 nachos. They make chicken nachos, they make carne asada nachos, shredded steak nachos, same difference, and the 4 cheese. The 4 cheese made it in GQ magazine as some of the best nachos in the world. They are amazing. It's 3 cheeses and a cheese like a bechamel sauce. Really, really good.
Highly recommended.
I would get them with the chorizo.
But the chorizo's extra, right?
I think so.
Gotta get extra chorizo.
It's so good. They are amazing. Now, these are tortilla chip traditional, but with just cheese. It's just cheese. Oh my Lord, they're so good. You'll be backed up for about a month, but it's worth every bite.
It is.
Anyways, leading us to number 3 in the best nacho category, except I've lost all of my stuff.
I have the number 3.
You do the number 3.
It is barbecue potato chip nachos at PBR Rock Bar at Planet Hollywood.
Listen to the name of that. It's like music. Say it again.
Barbecue potato chip nachos at PBR Rock Bar.
Barbecued potato chip nachos. They make their own potato chips. They put their own barbecue dust on them. You know, they're not barbecue, but it's like barbecue chips.
Barbecue dust.
Then they put pulled pork on them and whiz. This is no fancy bechamel sauce.
But if you go, ask them to make sure that they heat them up.
Right. And then tell them you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Because that's the only, they would have made maybe number 1. I don't know. These were pretty amazing.
They were really good, except they could have been hotter. And they have a lack of heat there.
Yeah, we've had the chicken wings weren't hot either. It's like they just tell them to cook it. Please, just cook it. Well, because the cheese sauce comes out cold. The chips are already made, so they don't really have to warm anything up. Yeah. But tell them to put it under the salamander for a little bit. Something. Heat them up. They are literally amazing. Barbecue potato chips with pulled pork and cheese whiz. Okay.
Okay, now we're getting up there.
I'm still lost.
Okay, I got it.
You got it. Oh, here we are. Oh, man.
This is mine.
This is yours. So you do number 2, best nachos in Las Vegas.
Okay, and you can announce number 1.
No, go for it.
Okay, chicken nachos at Miller's Ale House. Yay!
That's at Town Square. That's at 6683 Las Vegas Boulevard. We got those 2 nights ago just to meet the winners, just to meet the nominees.
Say hello.
They're literally, they get size category and they get the meaty. Talk about meaty.
I know, but see, it's chicken and I like chicken. And
there's a whole bird on these nachos. I'm not kidding. At least a whole bird. It's huge and it's the most shredded chicken you've ever had on nachos. It's insane. They're the number 2. And ladies and gentlemen,
dun, dun, dun.
The number 1. It's a tie for best nachos in Las Vegas. Volcano Nachos at Margaritaville and Irish Nachos at Mellon's Irish Pub. Woo! These are literally, you've heard us mention them, and you knew there was no big shocker that these would be it. Let's start with the Volcano Nachos at Margaritaville. As far as regular traditional nachos, they're the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. They've literally 2 bags of chips. I mean, they make their own chips, but I mean, it would be 2 bags of chips. The size is incredible. A little bigger than the chicken nachos at Miller's, which is already insane.
I think just more toppings.
But they're wet, they're crunchy, it's hot, they're cold. You know, you know what I mean? There's the sour cream and the guacamole's cold, and then the meat's hot, and the chips are warm, and the cheese is melted. It's literally, I don't know, whoever invented this.
Different zones. It's like a really tall volcano or mountain.
Yeah, and it's like a volcano nacho. It's literally the best. Except, the Irish nachos at McMullen's Irish Pub. These aren't traditional nachos. These are going back to potato chips. They make their own potato chips. Now, what happens when you make your own potato chips, ladies and gentlemen, is they're not consistently cooked. And that makes them awesome, because the little ones are crispy.
Really crunchy and burnt.
And the bigger ones are almost a little soft in the inside, on the middle. Like, these are just the chips. I haven't got to the Irish cheddar. That's like 5 blocks of Irish cheddar on this. And no kidding, a tub of sour cream.
Oh. And
then you can get them with corned beef or chicken or, what. We only get a plain.
Yeah.
Corned beef is pretty amazing.
To me, that's too meaty.
Oh, no, I agree. I like them just the way they are. Yeah. Because they come with bacon and chives and sour cream and Irish cheddar. So every bite tastes like the best potato skin you've ever had. It's there. And there's a mini, a half, and a full. And we couldn't decide. Either one are just the best.
So we think on New Year's we're going to be eating some Irish nachos.
Right, because we will be at McMullen's Irish Pub. That was the best. Get the trophy. Thank you. I'm McMullen. Thank you guys. I'm Jimmy Buffett. Anyway, second category. Take us there.
Okay, now we're on to the best pizza.
Oh, pizza! Oh, this is also not going to be a shot. I'm so hungry right now. It's also going to be a shocker because you've heard us talk about most of these places. But
when we rank them,
here's the ranking.
Gotta decide
now, believe
on
me,
this.
no, we're not just willy-nilly throwing this stuff out. We sat down and literally thought, what's better? Which one is better than which? So do them in this order. I mean, if you've got, an hour in Vegas, do them from one down. But, okay, I'll start with number 5. Number 5 best pizza in Las Vegas. The nominees are, no, they're not nominees. These are the winners. Number 5 is Moondoggy's Bar and Grill, 3240 Arville Street. That's in kind of right off the strip. It's not far, but it is not the fanciest part of town.
it's not the worst part of town.
It's not either. It's just kind of the nothing. It's just an industrial area. I'll say that address again. It's 3240 Arville Street.
Arville.
Arville runs parallel to the 15. It's right west of the 15, runs parallel to it. It's a good bar. The funny thing is it's not totally accurate because Moondoggy's Bar and Grill isn't really a bar and grill. It's Moondoggy's Bar inside this Naked City pizzeria that's just a little window inside the bar. It's got a lot to do, we've looked a lot into this, it's got a lot to do with license, your alcohol license and how much, if you get the tavern license, you got to spend an X amount of your income has to be from food. So, but if it's a separate business inside your bar, doesn't have to. You can whatever. It's kind of confusing, but just go to Moondoggy's and get the pizza. Unreal. It's square. It's buffalo style pizza. Now that doesn't mean it's got hot sauce. It means I guess it means it's square and.
I don't know what it means. I just know it's good.
It's good. Order the big one. We've learned a lesson. They're all square, which means the outsides have crust, the insides don't. That means if you get the big one, which is only like $2 more than the little one, they're cheap. You get more slices without crust at all. They're just little square pieces, like with no crust at all. It's just happiness. So get the big one. Oh, they're amazing. Oh, they're great. Take it away to number 4.
Number 4 is...
You're probably, maybe your favorite. We had to fight over this.
I know. I would have actually ranked it higher. Is the secret pizza at the Cosmopolitan.
This is awesome. Now, everybody, it's not that secret. It's the worst kept secret in Vegas. 3rd floor where all the restaurants are in Cosmo. There's just a hallway that leads to the pizza place. Everybody knows where it is by now. There's just no sign or anything. It's just a tiled hallway. And it leads you back to a pizza you can get by the slice. It's cheap. I mean, I can't believe you're on the strip. You get a slice and a PBR for $5.
It's a great deal, and it's really tasty.
It's really, really good. It's very New York by the slice. No brick oven, no wood fire crap. It's a regular pizza oven. The guys are making it right in front of you. They make it. They cut it. It's a slice. It's a huge New York slice. I think it's $3.
Cold beer, and you're on your way.
It's awesome. I mean, if there wasn't a million other reasons to go to Cosmopolitan, that would be it. Their pizza is incredible. Anyway, take us to number 3.
Number 3 is Grimaldi's.
Okay, Grimaldi's
and
Pizzeria.
This is actually there's a couple of different locations. This is a 9595 Southeastern.
This is the only one I've ever been to. We used to go to it before we even lived here. It's the same Grimaldi's that's from Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn coal oven pizza. It's crispy. It's bubbly. It's
got those black bubbles on the crust.
The burned black edges. Oh,
sliced
fresh mozzarella. The first 2 are shredded. This is real, just thrown mozzarella. So some slices have cheesier than others because of that. That's just what you get. Just incredible. That was our favorite forever.
Yeah, until.
Well, until we're out by Red Rock. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Rocco's Pizza next to Red Rock. It's right out at 1181 South Buffalo Drive. Look it up, people. There's 2. There's a Rocco's New York Deli, and there's Rocco's Pizza, and they're both out in Summerlin. But this is Rocco's, just Rocco's. It's not the deli one. You go to this one, 1181 South Buffalo Drive. This is traditional New York.
It's another by the slice kind of.
By the slice. They also have a little deli in there, but nothing to write home about. By the slice. And if anybody that's been in New York and likes New York pizza, you know why slice is good. They've already cooked it once. Then you order it, and they put it on the thing, and they throw it back in there, and they cook it again. And it's so much, because then it gets crispy. You can literally pick it up, and it holds it's stiff, but it's cracker thin. Oh, it's peppery and salty, and it's what you remember pizza tasting like. It's absolutely insane. Divine.
Yes, divine. And I guess we should probably say, whenever we get pizza, with all so far everything, it's a pepperoni pizza.
That's how we judge pizza. We don't get any, because if you go one place and get the works, and then you go somewhere else and get a plain, well, that's not fair. We get pepperoni pizza. For
a fair comparison.
Right, and that's what we like anyway. Well, I like sausage, but I can never get sausage because you don't like sausage. And I don't tell you that pepperoni is a sausage, but
I like pepperoni.
I know. Well, I know. I'm with you. It adds the salt. Number one, no big secret, because we found it only last week.
Duforni pizza.
Oh. The winner is Duforni Pizza and Wine, way the heck out at wherever that place is.
3555 South Town Center Drive.
It is worth the drive. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. We've gotten so much email and so much response from people going, really, is it that? Should I drive? Yes.
And actually, we had a couple of people second that.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, we go there all the time. It's right next to our house. It's great. And it's like,
it's literally, I've never had better pizza than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and when you order the pizza from there, get the signature. It's just the Duforni.
Well, we talked about it 2 weeks ago that there's two types of crust. They're very similar, but there's the Roma and the Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
We like the Roma. You might like to try them both.
And the Roman is thin. It's the thinner of the two crusts.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, is it so good? They're also a mixology bar, so you can get like all kinds of. You can order a French 75.
You could.
You absolutely could.
Oh.
I got a chat room question.
Hi.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Maya wants to know, is the Cosmo Pizza place 24-hour?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And the good thing about the Cosmo Pizza place, it's the only place that the employees are allowed to eat or whatever.
Oh, yeah. The other employees are.
So it's always full of the employees. I mean, it's a great location. It's just a killer place.
You can't really hang out in there. It's pretty small.
There's like 3 seats. There is a
though.
Pac-Man machine or Miss Pac-Man machine, so you can play that, and a pinball machine. But that's, I mean, you're really, it's just get it and go. They have beer. Oh, awesome. Now I'm hungry. All right. Now
on to the drinking stuff.
Now we're getting into some serious business here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the best bars in Las Vegas. Woo! All right, let's start with best dive bars. Now, this is some serious. This was actually, I think, the hardest category because we had 70 of these. This was really hard to come up with because
because we had to kind of split. We had to split different things out because not all were dive bars. We're thinking maybe to do like a live music venue category.
Some of these do and some don't. But these are dive bars. These are where I don't think there's a drink at any one of these places that's going to run you more than $3. Well, I mean, if you get the Carvassier or whatever, but I mean, you can't get it for $75.
This is true. Okay, all drinks pretty much under $5.
Yeah, you're not going to spend more than $5 for a drink at any one of these places.
Okay, so it's a top 5, but we're going to start with an honorable mention.
Because we couldn't whittle it down to 5. We had to bring in number 6. Honorable mention. It's not really a 6. It's honorable mention. Dispensary Lounge. This little place. It's a bar that it's the bar that could.
The little bar that could.
It's the little bar that could. It's on 2451 East Tropicana. It's this.
It looks like it's closed.
It looks like it's closed. It does. The sign's off.
Well, no, the sign never even comes on. They designed their sign in black.
Right.
So it never lights up.
Not to be hip. They just don't think they ever thought about it.
Yeah, I don't know. So at nighttime, you can't see anything.
Right.
So you have to know it's there.
Right.
And they have no windows.
Of course. Well, no bars have windows, but it's.
Some bars have windows.
This is the place that also has probably, if we didn't do a best burger, but if we did do a best burger, this would be 1 or 2. On my list.
We'll save that for next year.
Well, it would be in the top 5 best burgers, I think. Dispensary?
No.
Oh, you and the not liking beef. The beef hate.
I love beef.
Oh.
I love burgers, but I wouldn't put that on my top 5.
Really?
Well, maybe we'll do burgers next year.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Anyway, I would put that on my top 5 burgers, and the burger's $3.25. It's a steak burger and it comes with fries. It's the only bar in town, and not to be ironic, just play nothing but, Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, and nothing but the classics, nothing but old dudes in there. So if you're a single guy, you want to get some, don't go to Dispensary.
If you're an old lady looking for some action,
go to
head
Dispensary.
over to Dispensary.
Yes.
Could you pass the champagne, please?
Oh, I can.
Thank you.
So dispensaries honorable mention. Anyway, number 5, best dive bar in Las Vegas, a fairly new joint, opened up this year. The Bikini Bar at 3355 Spring Mountain Road, which we go to. We'll be there in about an hour or so. We go every Wednesday for Whiskey Wednesdays. It's where all the whiskeys, $3. And it's a dive. I mean, I guess. I mean, it's painted black on the inside. It's kind of a rock club kind of thing. It's not nothing fancy. Just a fun place to hang out. There's no waitresses. What I'm saying. The bartender wears a bikini. I've only seen one bartender there at a time.
At a time, yes.
There used to be a bartender. She was let go. And now there's a new one that just seems to be there every time we go.
It's Wendy, and she's awesome. Well, this bar is also really cool because they have a rock music kind of scene going on.
Right.
So local bands will play there. It's pretty darn cool.
We like it. We go there a lot. We judge this list on how often we go to these places.
Oh, we should have shown a picture of the last time we were there. We should talk about that.
Last week was There's a local band called Trailer Trash. And they're called Trailer Trash. It's a 2-piece. Let's call it a 3-piece. 4-piece.
Let's call it a 4-piece.
Or a herpes. Oh! Because it's a porn star band.
And this lady's bazoombas
are bigger than your head. I've got a picture of you and these two things.
Well, she's standing next to me.
But all you see are these. I mean, she did the unbelievably sized boobs, like they're quadruple H size. She sings and when I say a string bikini, it's a string bikini.
Yeah, if you guys want to do a search for her online, do a search for the Trailer Trash.
Right.
Band, but make sure that your filters are on, your security filters.
Yeah, don't do it at work.
Don't do it at work.
Her name's Claudia Marie.
Claudia Marie, yes.
Yeah, do have safe search on your Google images, please.
Don't let your kids look at this.
No. Anyway, they play in a band and they do nothing but like classic rock.
And actually,
standard.
she's a very good singer.
She's not a bad singer, and he's not a bad guitar player. It's just two of them. They get up there. It's very. You ever seen Cat House on HBO? It's like being in that world, like where it's just. Our friend Ho won a double-ended thingy. It was about that big. He's just carrying it around over his shoulder. Like it's that kind of a vibe. That night, Bikini Bar's not always like that. They play once a month, I think, at Bikini Bar. But that's the kind of place Bikini Bar is. We dig it. Got a chat room.
Christina wants to know, isn't the Bikini Bar the one that offers free drinks to girls who wear bikinis?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It is.
Oh, jeez.
And you just gave away our number 1.
I know. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
We'll get to, let's go to number 4, one of your favorite places, Alicia.
Oh, yes.
You wanted to rate this number 1, I think.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Initially I did.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Dino's Lounge on 1516 Las Vegas Boulevard.
This is north of the stratosphere, barely north. Like when the stratosphere falls during the apocalypse, it's going to hit Dino's. I mean, it will land right on top of it.
And their tagline is the oldest neighborhood bar in Vegas.
Right. It's been there since the 50s. Now this is an actual dive.
This is a dive.
This is the place we mentioned a couple weeks ago. The guy walked in with his plastic bottle of Black Velvet and said, "Hey, bartender, you hold this for a while.
I'm
gonna play some pool." And it's really a dive. Best karaoke in town, I think. Only Fridays and Saturdays. If you go in there any other night of the week, there's nobody there, and it's awesome. It's literally great. Great. Nothing there will cost you more than $3 because they don't even carry anything that would even cost more.
And they've got their karaoke guy, Danny G, who's actually permanently on their sign, world famous.
World famous.
World famous, Danny G.
Dino's Lounge is great. Daytime, it's 24 hours. They got gaming. Like I said, you go there in daytime, there's going to be 2 old guys there. But we've seen guys walk in the door and fall flat on their face.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
We've seen guys bringing their own bottles in. We've seen the craziest stuff there, just randomly during the day. That guy just walked in and fell right on his face, right at the door. Yes, I love this place. Dino's Lounge, it's great. Number 3, now this is one of my favorites, and we almost forgot about it. Another great karaoke joint, actually. Champagne's Cafe at 3557 South Maryland Parkway. By the mall, not far, it's kind of behind the Hilton, not far from here. It's called Champagne's Cafe, but there's no food. Never has been food.
Actually, I think there was food
a
while ago, but now they've got like a vending machine. Or just like a couple little, they got like chip packs up on the, up by the bar.
Chips. awesome. I mean, this is really one of the funnest bars I've ever been in.
Yeah, the whole place has got old pictures like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, and Frank Sinatra. It's all done in like red velvet.
So it's a very Vegas-y feeling place.
This is one I will take. Now, let me express this. As we're getting on this list, especially Champagnes and Dinos, out of this whole list, if you're in from out of town, these seem like they might not be on the strip. Go to Champagnes and Dinos, especially if you're a Vegas fan. These are very Vegas vibe. Take the cab ride. They're worth it. They're really that good. Champagnes is killer. They have karaoke as well. Bartenders are all tatted. Same with Dinos. Dinos, I think all the bartenders play for the other team. They're all girls, and I think they play for the other team, which is fine, but that's what kind of adds to its charm. Well,
so Dino's gets pretty packed if you're in from out of town. Friday and Saturday nights.
Go there. Oh, it's killer.
It's fun. It's if you want to get a seat at the bar, show up a little bit earlier, maybe like 8 o'clock.
It's not like it's full of people that go to Pure and Haze. No, this is just full of just people.
It's a good cross section of a whole bunch of different people. You got college kids. You got
Ace Frehley showed up and sang. It wasn't really him, but it was some guy, some homeless guy dressed like Ace Frehley.
Oh.
And nothing's funnier than that.
Homeless.
Anyway, so number 3, Champagnes. Absolutely incredible. Great Vegas vibe, though.
Speaking of champagne, would you like some more?
I would. Not much so, as I could feel the headache going to start. Not really.
Not from this.
This is the good stuff, right?
Fine champagne.
All right. Take us to number 2. We were there yesterday.
Okay, number 2 is Rum Runner Lounge.
Rum Runner.
At 1801 East Tropicana.
We were there last night.
We were.
It's a Monday. No, night before last.
Monday.
Right.
For Match Play Mondays.
Match Play Mondays. We go every Monday.
Oh, we're getting some applause
well,
from the
first off, Rum Runner is when I say Packer bar, it is a Packer bar. I mean, outrageous. I mean, they sell cheese curds. That's how Wisconsin this place is. And we discovered it like within 2 months of living here. We were at Cadillac Ranch. And the guy there, who we ran into recently, was like, oh, you ever been to Rum Runner? It's right by your house, blah, blah, blah. They have the great, best burgers. We still go in there all the time. It's one of our, there's not a week goes by we don't go to Rum Runner.
Plus, it's pretty central, too. A couple friends, so we always just hang out there.
It's so good. The drinks are cheap. The gaming's really good. It's half pool hall. There's probably, 8 pool tables in there?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a pretty big pool situation. Again,
Match Play Mondays. Did I say that already?
Well, match play means if you put 20 in the machine.
For video. We play video poker.
Right. And that's all they got. They will put another 20 in for you. So you got $40 immediately. We talked about this before. Now, don't be a douche and pull it out right away. I mean, come on, you got to play it.
Thanks.
But you get to play $40 for 20. It's not bad. And, if you win, you cash out. If you lose, well, Anyway, great place. They have the same situation. They don't cook their own food, but right there in the place is the Badger Cafe that makes these burgers for $3.75 that are amazing burgers. I had one last night.
They've also got like a regular menu too. Oh, they've got the wings. Wings menu, and then they've got a regular menu too. So like I usually get like a tuna melt or something.
But they do have a little bar thing. You just fill it out. Everything's cheap. Love Rum Runner. Number 2, best dive bar in Vegas. But number 1, Tiffany. As Jerry Lewis would say. Number 1, Cheers! Woo! Cheers Bar and Grill! Oh, this place, you kidding me? 1220 East Harmon. It's on Harmon and Maryland Parkway, directly across the street from the faculty lounge at UNLV. It is right across the street from the college, across from Smash Burger, next to Freakin' Frog, which is also really good, but that's not a dive bar. It is the diviest. It's the most low down, dirty dealing. It is. I think the drinks are $1. This is the place that we got locked into because there were werewolves outside. This is the place.
Years ago, yeah.
This is the place that doesn't really have food, but you can yell through the wall to Roberto's Tacos that's next door, and then run around. It's literally the smokiest, awesomest. Oh, this is
the most interesting people you'll ever meet.
Oh my God!
Are in there.
Yeah. Now, granted, this is a real dive bar. This dive bar could be at any city in the country. This has nothing to do with Vegas at all. There's nothing Vegas about it except that it's 24 hours and there's video poker. Other than that, it could be in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I mean, it could be anywhere. Or like I said, Champagnes and Dinos, that's very Vegas. If you're a Vegas fan, go to those places and feel the Vegas vibe, feel the love. Cheers is just a dive, and it's a blast. We've always left like singing.
Yeah, there's a lot of college kids going there too.
Yeah, everybody from college kids to homeless guys.
To homeless people will stumble in there sometimes. To just like
it's
to
never crowded.
Local entertainers, like the local hipster kind of.
That was actually an option for New Year's Eve.
It was.
It's been a
Halloween party.
It's been there, and we've never seen more than 15 people there ever. But it's just awesome. It's just a great
fun.
diving
We've
bar.
had many great times over the last.
So congratulations, cheers, bar.
Cheers.
They say bar and grill. They don't have a grill either. But they don't. I know they don't have a kitchen.
No.
There might be something cooking, but it ain't.
Oh,
anyway.
stop.
All right. Now, another thing close to our hearts, best casino bar. Now, this is bars that are in casinos. These are the ones that most of you go to. These are the ones that we go to. These are the bit where you'll explain. Let's start with you at number 5, best casino bar in Las Vegas. Number 5.
Number 5 is the Baccarat Bar at Bellagio.
Baccarat Bar at Bellagio. We don't know anybody that works there, but if we did, we'd like them. This place is killer. Now, this is a place, though, that you're going to, I think it's $12 a drink-ish.
Most of these places will be at least.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cheap one here. There is.
Which one?
Number 4.
Oh, yeah.
But no, nothing's cheap here. This place makes a serious cocktail. In fact, this is the kind of place where you say, oh, I would like a Negroni or a French 75. And the guy will say, do you want my take on it or do you want the traditional one? Whoa, dude, I'll take your take. And then he'll tell you why he's doing it his way. Older guys, it's not a young hip crowd. This is Bellagio. And they'll be like, oh, I do it with this kind of bitter. I do the Picard instead of the Angostura. And then, I don't use this. I use, like that kind of a bar. Incredible. But.
Very nice bar.
But all the poker machines are $1. Like, there's no 25-cent crap there. And the drinks are $12. I mean, it'll run you.
So, yeah, so we go there just to drink.
Yeah, and just like one.
We're not going to play the dollar.
We'll have one drink.
Okay, number 4.
Oh, I'm so glad this is on there.
Are you going to do it?
Yes. The casino bar at the Four Queens. A downtown joint made the list. Yes! Oh, Rodney at the Four Queens. This guy, it's not at the Four Queens. It's at Fitzgerald's.
Oh.
It's not at the Four Queens. It's at Fitzgerald's.
Look at that. We had such a good time. We forgot which direction we were
going.
Well,
it's next door. Now, it's next door. Now, see, here's the reason I messed that up. It's casino bar at Fitzgerald's. The reason I messed that up is we played all summer down there. We all stayed at the Four Queens, where our rooms were, but we drank at Fitzgerald's because of Rodney and the casino bar. There's the View Bar upstairs at Fitzgerald's. Is the one right at the bottom. It's the only bar in the casino of Four Queens. This is the place that every 2 weeks would switch their special. They would do, excuse me, $2 tequila shots at Melanio or whatever that was called.
I don't know, but I know that screwed the band up many nights.
Oh, we'd get mangled in there because they would do like, this week it's the Captain Morgan Black whatever for $2. So we'd do that in Cokes. The next week it was some kind of cheap tequila. It's cheap. It's awesome.
And it's the only casino bar in the Fitzgerald, so it's really not hard to miss.
It's killer. Rodney works nights. He's great. It's such a fun place. Great people watching. You could do a little hooker hunt in there. Watch him working.
I would not dare hooker hunt.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I would catch and release for sure.
I wouldn't even try to catch.
That's true. You don't even want him in your boat.
You went like scabes or something or herps.
Anyway, the Fitzgerald's casino bar, awesome. Nothing there will run you over a couple bucks either.
Nothing.
That's the only place I've ever seen. Didn't happen to me, but it's like, how much is that drink? $3. Here's $3. And the waitress goes, just put that in the machine. Oh. All right, it's comped. Oh, all right. Killer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just play it as comped. Like, it was said to a really good friend of ours. Like, don't be a dummy, just put it in the machine. Oh. All right.
Well, I figured they're probably not. They probably think that they're not going to get tipped anyway. I'm like, what's?
Well, no, they got
what's the
tipped, but it's, you know, it's like
$3.
Hey, you know.
Here's a dime for you.
Hey, don't spend it all in one place, Charlie.
It's a penny.
All right. Best casino bar. Number 3. Take it. One of your
Okay.
favorite. Oh, this just makes me feel uppity thinking about it. It's so awesome.
This is the lobby bar, and you have at Encore.
It is an Encore.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
The
Then
lobby,
it's the lobby bar. And this is excellent.
This is beyond
This is
excellent.
where we had the Earl Grey
The Earl Grey infused martini.
Oh, yes.
They're famous for their cranberry mojito, which is.
It's got fresh cranberries and it's just floating in your drink. And
They also have
the
what's
most visually impressive.
Oh, it's unbelievable. They also have the what's the Moscow Mule twist they have? Pear Mule. It's a pear-infused Moscow Mule. Oh my God! Now apparently we didn't do our homework because when you mentioned we were at a fancy mixology bar, and we mentioned nobody mentions lobby bar anywhere, right? We mentioned it because we're in the know to some really serious mixologists at another bar that we might be mentioning here in a minute or two.
Mm-hmm.
And they went, oh, well, you know why? Because that's so-and-so Susan blah, 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 blah. The world-famous mixologist is the mixologist for that bar.
Mm-hmm.
She works for Steve Wynn at Encore and does all the infusing at this bar. And she's world-renowned. And so we scored so many points for knowing, for saying that we like this bar. Because it's like, oh, well, because that's where all the mixologists go. It's like, well, that's what's-her-face. The one drink had a roasted orange slice floating on top.
It was a freeze-dried blood orange slice.
That was,
That's
like,
what it was.
jeez.
Excellent. Excellent.
Expensive, but every single drink, you're like, oh my Lord. The pinky just goes boing.
And you can eat Wynn's nuts.
Okay, Wynn's nuts. We've talked about this before. The drinks are $15. They will not give you free nuts, but they have nuts for free there. Ask for them.
Yeah, they don't just put them out because what is it? How much per bag?
Was it $4,000 a bag or whatever? Something we heard that they're like
$4,000 a bag? Was it
something,
that
no,
much?
but like a big
Okay.
bag. It wasn't like a sack, but it was a bag. And
Yeah, they're just
everybody
like
that
really
worked,
high quality nuts. They're like nuts that are coated in
as I called them, they're nut
nuts.
encrusted nuts.
nut encrusted nuts.
They're nuts that are nut encrusted. Like it's a cashew that's encrusted with pecans. Like it's literally, you're like, oh my God. And you can get like.
It's a tree nut fantasy. That's funny.
I subscribe to treenutfantasy.com. As a matter of fact, that's where you mentioned that. You must have been looking through my history.
Tree nuts.
Lobby bar is off the hook. It is so good.
That's very good.
Now, what I would have almost said is number 1. Number 2. This was a tight squeeze to only make it number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Les Centrales at Paris. I love Les Centrales. We were just there a couple weeks ago. Natalie, the bartender there, is the most awesome person in the world.
Natalia.
Natalia. Same difference. We've been going there for years before we lived here. This is the Gazebo Bar in Paris, not Gustav's. There's a couple bars in there, but you know where this is. It's right there on the way to Bally's. It's at Gazebo. Best people watching spot in town. It's the 2-for-1 cocktails from noon to 7. We gave the tip the other week. Even if it's not there, say it. They'll give it to you anyway.
Yes.
It is killer. You're in that inside-outside cool lighting of Paris. Bitchin', bitchin', bitchin'. Love it, love it, love it.
And actually, I might have put this on another category, which we'll talk about later.
You know what? It should have been. We can't miss.
Because you can hang out at this place.
Yes, this should have been. This could have been top
Hours
of a
and hours.
lot of lists. This literally is one of the best bars in town.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to categorize these, but
All right,
we
we
did
tried
our best.
So anyway, number 1, best casino bar. Alicia, take it away.
Whoa, we're waiting. Ta-da-da. Ta-da. Okay, Vesper Bar at the Cosmo.
Oh, that does not.
Yay!
It doesn't get better than this. Couple reasons: vibe, cocktails,
The talent. I think.
talent. This is a talent bar. And it's funny. It was on the Trippies thing too, and it's like that. They had all the Cosmo bars. This is by far the best one.
Oh yeah, and you just go there and you can order anything off the menu. You'll just like it'll floor you, or you just tell any of the bartenders like which spirit you like.
Right, or which flavor you like.
Yeah.
I would recommend going in there and just saying, sit down at the bar, look at the menu. If something grabs you, take it. Because I mean, they do classics. They do all these twists on the Violent Femme is incredible. They do a lot. This is like a twist on the aviation. They'll even list the aviation, and on the next page, the subsequent page will say the Violent Femme, and it's their twist on it. The next page will be a French 75, and then next to it will be their twist on a French 75. It's that kind of a bar. It's literally like Skills type of bar. It's like, this is just out of control. But what you can also do is, my recommendation, if you like the taste of ginger, for instance, go in there and say, I want something gingery, and just let them do their thing. The next thing you'll notice is they'll literally they'll have a blowtorch out.
Droppers. Like
and eyedroppers, and they'll be burning sage and then lighting this thing on fire and putting that in a twist. I mean, it's that kind of a place. You're not going to get a better cocktail. It's the Robuchon of drinks.
Of cocktails, yeah.
Literally, it's the best. And plus it's in Cosmo, so it's bitchin'.
And you know that these guys are good because like half the time you start talking to them and they're like, oh, I was just in Paris last week at the competition for the mixology competition. It's like, wow, these guys are for real.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, deservedly so, number 1.
Liz Vesper. Something true to our heart. In fact, the next category was something that we would do if we didn't live here, is because back in California, this is the only place you could find a bar. But in here, it's a special difference. Best restaurant bar. These are bars in restaurants. This is important because you spend a lot of time here. When we eat at the bar. These are the best places to eat and drink at the same time. Oh.
Okay, so starting the category at number 5 is going to be Isla at TI.
That place is killer. Some of the funnest bartenders in town. Maggie, Augie,
yeah.
is one of the, and it's funny, she's heralded on Yelp as one of the best bartenders in town, and she's just barely more awesome than the other lady there that I don't even remember her name, who's just as killer. These
Linda,
are like,
wasn't it Linda?
It might have been.
So.
But they're not like Flair, or they're not like Burning Sage.
These are just like really good,
just
old
sassy
ladies
that are just killer, fun, awesome. Isla should have almost made the nacho list too, because that was not bad nachos.
Well, we can only have 5 per.
I know.
That's what made it hard.
Isla is killer. Great happy hour too. It's 2 for 1 from opening to like 7 o'clock. It's like 2 for 1 beers and 2 for 1 margaritas. They also have mezcal.
Oh yes, they have quite a selection of mezcal, which, if you guys remember, was we tried the Pechuga mezcal, and which has the chicken breast that's actually suspended while they're doing the distillation, so you get chicken juice in your mezcal.
Oh, that's so good. So it's like meat.
It's really interesting.
It's meat and liquor in the same glass.
Oh,
don't tell your vegan friends.
No, that would be a cruel trick to play.
That would be great. Well, first off, if most vegans wouldn't drink straight tequila anyway, especially not mezcal. That's way beyond their sensibilities.
Oh, I don't know.
I would think.
But not.
This has got chicken in it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, number 4. Best local spot, I think, on the Strip for the deal. Great wings, great sliders, great football, great everything. The Pub at Monte Carlo. Love this place. Also, one of the best places to get out to the pool from in the summertime.
Without having to have a hotel key?
Right. Awesome. And yeah, you don't have to be a local. You just walk right into the pool.
You want the pub? Then you walk right outside.
They got about 1 billion
patio,
beers.
Then you slip into the pool.
Yep. They got about 1 billion beers. They got all those monkey beers. What do you call those?
Trappist monk.
Yes. Oh, monk.
Monkey beers.
Okay. Well, the monkey beers. Great deals. It's always happy hour for locals. 2 for 1 for everything. Beers are half price on Sunday for everybody. So you can get
if you want to try some of these crazy beers, you've got these
$1,500 a bottle, like kind of beers, like those Trappist monk.
So if you're crazy, you can get one for $750.
Right, half price. That's the way to go. No, that is a great place, and that's out of just a regular corporate-y kind of place. Killer. Number 3, I love. It's funny. I just want to go to all these places. Number 3, First Bar and Grill at Palazzo. I love First Bar and Grill. Michael?
Yes.
One of the best bartenders in town. Another crazy mixologist. Same kind of thing. If Michael's working, go, hey man,
I kind of like this.
I like a kind of taste of taffy. Boom! He'll set you or ginger. Just tell him what you want. They have Amaros there. They have everything there. They have food there. This is the place that's behind Barney's of New York. It's not the easiest place to find from the Palazzo. If you're out in front of TI or Gillies or out on the strip, you can see it right in front of you. Great place. They're open till like 5 in the morning. They close for like an hour, then they're open for breakfast. It's a kind of a food place, but we hadn't eaten a lot there.
And it's a nice view to watch the siren show. It's
a great place. It's so great, in fact, that we gave it the number 3 spot in best restaurant bars. It is incredibly good. Mike, go talk to Michael. Great guy.
Okay, number 2.
I love this place. We ran into the girl last night. We were at a Christmas party. I want to tell you how cool Vegas is. We're at a Christmas party last night, or we thought we were going to know nobody. We're going to know nobody?
We're going to know nobody.
We're going to know nobody. We ended up knowing everybody. Like, we walked in like, hey, oh my God, and you, and oh my God. And we ended up in like, it was like a family reunion. That's how small this town is. And the bartender from this place was there.
Yes, so the place is, in case you're wondering, is El Segundo Sol at the Fashion Show Mall.
Right across the street. Love it. Great food. Great big tequila selection. Just absolutely a gem of a place. Great summertime thing when the doors open. It's outside. The guacamole.
It's part of the fashion show, but it's right on the end. So you're sitting on the strip.
In fact, if you know what Strip Burger is, it's next door. In fact, they're the same kitchen. The good thing about this place is you can get tequila, whatever, and if you don't feel like Mexican food, or you get your chips and salsa, the special chewy salsa, you can ask for it. You can get a strip burger. Oh, can I get a strip burger menu? They'll hand you a strip, because it's the same kitchen. So you can get a burger, chips and salsa, tequila. It's just a killer.
That amazing grilled corn that's really not on the menu.
It's not on the menu either. It's a side. It's so much. It's funny. This is a Let Us Entertain You place, so you got to use your card and you get your points. But it's like the corn is a side to the fajitas, but you can just order it, and it's like $2 or whatever, $3. Yeah. You get like an ear of corn with the cheese and the mayonnaise on it.
A shot of tequila and an ear of corn and your maize.
Oh, awesome.
Get your maize and you're set.
Yeah, that's an incredible place. El Segundo Sol. Number 2. Number 1, best restaurant bar in Las Vegas, hands down, the Bootlegger Bistro! You!
Yay!
I love the Bootlegger. Oh, this is the best. Oh, my God, I want to go there right now.
We spent, I think, every Friday night there during summertime.
Yep. It's open 24 hours. It's a full Italian restaurant, open 24 hours a day. But it's everything an Italian restaurant should be. It's dark and red. It smells like garlic. It's nice, comfortable, dark. Did I mention dark? It's dark. We were thinking about going there for New Year's, but they're not really doing anything, so we ended up somewhere else. But it's one of the best bars in the world. And there's a booth right there with a plaque over it that says you could sit here. Frank Sinatra sat there. Judy Garland sat there, and you name it, they sat in that booth.
It's a real famous Vegas spot.
Right. This is another one. In fact, that should be almost a subcategory. It's like Bootlegger, Dino's, Champagne's, a lot of these places that are very Vegas-y. If you're like a Vegas file and you like that Vegas vibe, which we do, this is got it oozing out of it. It's so cool. We'd spend every Friday, we'd finish our show. We'd seen Chris Angel in there. We'd seen everybody in there. It's like that's where everybody goes after the show. People singing, they do karaoke. It's just incredible. So fun. The sauce, the mama makes every day from scratch.
Oh, and the seafood pizza, we had that like, oh my God, so many times. So much that I probably can't have another seafood pizza.
Yeah, I don't ever want it again.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, you gotta try it. It's a great place. So Bootlegger Bistro, number 1 restaurant bar in Las Vegas. And now,
our final category.
The final category. We were gonna do best bar in Vegas, but you can't really specify because what kind of bar? Like I said, Vesper can't compete with Bootlegger, but Cheers can't compete with Vesper, but Vesper can't compete with Cheers on price. You know what I mean? It's like you can't do a best. So what we decided to do was best bar to spend 5 hours in. If I'm gonna spend 5 hours in a bar, which we've done.
Yes.
Which are the top 5?
And I know you guys can't believe that because we hopped to so many places so fast, but there have been times where we have actually stayed
at one place.
At one place for maybe not 5 hours, maybe like.
I honestly know for a fact that at least one of these places we've been there for probably 10.
Okay.
I mean, literally, like sundown to sun up. Like I know for a fact.
Okay.
Anyway, let's start at the top of the list. Number 5, best place to spend 5 hours. Easily, Blue Martini at Town Square. This is actually a pretty famous place. It's the best. It's heralded as the best happy hour in town. They don't open till 4. It's full of nothing but hot chicks. Now here, as opposed to dispensary, if you are a single guy,
Yes.
and would like to maybe date a secretary.
This is the after work spot for the local
This
ladies.
is absolutely the after work spot.
And
spot.
if you're a local lady, if you don't know already, then you could sign up for this the Blue Lady card, and you get your first cocktail for free.
Every day. No matter what time of day it is, your first
And
drink
this,
is on there.
yes, and this is actually every day from 4 to 10 p.m.
Right. Every
day.
And at night, it turns into kind of a clubby thing. You could literally spend all night there.
And they have bands inside.
Zoe Bowie plays there. Chris Phillips from the Vegas Video Network. From Talktails.
Phoenix
We ran into
Rising.
him at the party last night, too.
Yes.
How about that? Did you hear that, Scott? I mean, that's how many people were at this party we're at. Then Chris Phillips walks in. Like, hey, a fellow Vegas Video Networker.
Yes. Very nice.
So anyway, that was the number 5. Number 4, take it.
This will be Counts Vamped at 6750 West Sahara.
This place is a rock and roll dream come true.
Great stage.
Formerly Feel Good,
Great
Vince Neil
sound.
opened this place. He customized the whole thing to fit his vibe. So it's got this whole like Vince Neil Motley Crue thing. Then he got out. Counts Custom, some guy that you polished off
Any
that.
more?
No. Kind of.
You can
I'm
have
kidding.
some of them.
So it's a total rock and roll dream come true. The bands are great, lots of tribute bands, lots of original bands. The burgers are great. The chicken fingers, which we were going to do a category on chicken fingers, they would have been number 2, I think, on the best chicken fingers. I think. They'd have been
Save that for next year.
I know. We're going to do burgers and fingers next year. Incredible place, just fun. You can go there at like 9 o'clock, and you'll be there till 3 in the morning. Hands down, it's just a fantastic place. Number 3, big shocking surprise, Frankie's Tiki Room. Oh my God.
1712 West Charleston.
This is how often we go there. We walked in on Halloween. I was wearing a pirate costume, and the security guy, who we know, goes, "This is not the first time I've seen you here in a pirate costume."
And,
No, sir.
And it wasn't Halloween.
No, sir, it's not.
No, sir.
No, it's.
And actually, another funny story too. We went to the Vegas Video Network Christmas party,
Right.
and we had to go Christmas. We were doing a what is it called? A white
Elephant.
gift exchange.
So what we decided to do was buy our gifts at Frankie's Tiki Room. First off, for 2 reasons. One is doing your Christmas shopping at a bar is killer. 2, you can gamble and maybe win your money back, which we did because we hit 4 of a kind.
Yes.
And then, but the only problem is you have to tip for your Christmas gift. That was kind of weird. Like,
So
we bought 2 mugs,
yes, two of the they've got maybe 5 or 6
if not 8.
tiki mugs that you can buy when
Especially mugs, yeah.
with the cocktails. So that was
Well, that's where we learned this. We were talking to Mike, who may be the best bartender in the world, up at the level of Vesper level, but he works there. Same kind of thing. You can go on him and just tell him what you want.
Oh, and you can ask him about the history of a cocktail, a drink. This guy knows more information about.
Well, we go way
he's
back with
amazing.
Mike.
A wealth of knowledge.
It's the only other kind of bar you can walk into and go, oh, and he'll show. He's like, oh, I just picked up this book. Hey, you guys borrow it. Give it to me next week. Like, it's a cocktail book. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
classic
thanks,
cocktail.
man. We'll bring it to you next week. Like, just, I mean, great. Well, if you watch our Halloween episode, they were here. They made drinks for us. Allison and Mike. No, Allison and her husband that own the place, or manage the place. Just great people, great drinks, best drinks in town. Oh, just hipsters. Low lives, everything is in there. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Number 3.
And now it is time.
This is the place that I know for a fact we spent over 10 hours in. I know I can name at least twice.
And maybe we'll give a little clue. This is the place that we vow never to go to on Sundays.
No. We're doing number 2.
Oh, I skipped. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2, where we're going to spend New Year's Eve and has the best nachos in town, ladies and gentlemen, McMullen's Irish Pub.
Yes.
This is literally the funnest
Yay.
place. And there were best nachos in the world, or co-best nachos with Margaritaville. We're going to spend New Year's there.
Best non-traditional nachos.
It's I literally know that we went there and the sun was up and we left and the sun was up again, but it was dark while we were there. Like, I know we've spent days there. It's so fun. The entertainment's great. The food is great. The drinks are great. The people are great. Everything. There's a smoking room and a non-smoking room, so you can go back and forth. It seems like, and there's like a back room, and then there's shenanigans in the side. It's just like a compound.
And they're so on it. They always have different events for it's just.
Oh, there's always, because, you know, they're Irish, so they watch, like, I don't know, what's that called, soccer or whatever?
Rugby.
And, like, rugby and, like, crap like that we could care less about. But, like, all of a sudden there's 100 people in there that are all fired up over something. And next thing you know, you're like, yay! You're singing Fields of Athenry because the Irish are winning, beating the whoever's. You're like, and you could just get sucked in. It's literally one of the best bars in the world.
And you've got John Windsor there, who, you know.
Your favorite.
I've got a
you got a crush on John Windsor.
I do love John Windsor.
John Windsor's a older gentleman, sings. He's there almost every night.
Yeah.
He plays all just Irish songs, and
He is so entertaining.
just a fun guy. And he's gonna be there New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Number 1, best bar to spend 5 hours in.
Okay,
This is
now
the
I'm
place
ready for
Alicia.
number 1.
Anyway, McMullen's is so awesome because it's. Oh well. Before we even talk about the one we're going to get to, we could build it up. This is the place you vowed to never spend a Sunday night at.
Right.
There was a good couple months that we ended up there every other Sunday or every Sunday. Something about this
Because
place.
we kept having people from out of town come, and then it always ends like, where should we go? And
Right.
it's like,
Not McMullen's. This is the place we're going to talk. This is the
Yeah,
number
yeah,
1 place. It's only a hair more. Spend more 5 hours than McMullen's. It's very similar. In fact, the same people owned or opened it, the same owners. But yeah, there was a couple weeks where we would end up there on Sundays, and Mondays were just hideous.
Oh, because we dance too much.
Yeah, it's awful. So the problem with spending
Too
5
much
hours at a bar is you could do that if you're on vacation, or it's not Sunday.
Right.
But either way. The number 1 place to spend 5 hours in Las Vegas, bar-wise, I think, we think.
Yes.
Tell us.
9 Fine Irishmen.
9 Fine Irishmen.
New York, New York. Yay.
Literally.
We do love it.
This will run you, no, like I said, McMullen's and 9 Fine are like neck and neck. The difference is, McMullen's a lot cheaper. I mean, 9 Fine will run you a lot of money.
Because there's no gambling at
Right, so you
at
can't.
9 Fine, whereas McMullen's you can gamble and then they'll comp you drinks.
Right. Yeah, because, you know, and or it's just cheaper in general. But something about 9 Fine, it's on the corner.
It's a strip location.
It's got an outside that's
It's
literally
gorgeous.
on the Brooklyn Bridge of New York. I mean, it's literally on the corner of Trop and Las Vegas Boulevard. You're sitting outside. I can't think of how many times we sat out there. It's been raining, and we sat out there and like.
Sat out there with a pint and.
Oh my
just so
Lord!
nice.
It's got an upstairs, a downstairs, got an upstairs balcony. It's all this like crazy architecture. It's like an old manor. You feel like you're in Hobbiton when you're in there. It's literally so fun. It shocked me as well that made number 1. Like, really? But I thought, you know what? Yeah.
But as far as like the amount of fun we've had and the amount of time we spent,
Right.
That's how we had to rank this one, the best bar to spend 5
Right.
hours
In fact,
in.
McMullen's we've probably done more and had it's just as much fun, but it's not. And Frankie's too. They're not on the Strip though. This is on the Strip. Anybody coming to Vegas can go to 9 Fine tonight.
And this is a place you could take, your friends and family when they're out of town. and
Kids, I think. It's a restaurant. I think you could take children there. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a
yeah.
pub, but you could.
Just because we don't want to see your kids in a bar.
Right. But you can go ahead and bring them. No, it's just a killer.
And the
fun place.
band that we do love is called Rira.
Oh
and,
my God.
They are great. And then there's always the little Mitchie.
Mitchie's always there dancing.
She's this little Asian
Asian
lady,
lady.
about 3 foot tall.
Right. She's there every night.
Yeah,
Dancing.
with her fancy purple hat or red hat and her matching
The thing
outfit.
about this bar is we've gotten festive and drunk enough to literally, you and I will be sitting there crying, singing along to a song. Like, it's that good. So
It was
that would
great.
be
great
so,
fun.
So that's our number 5 through number 1. Another year,
So shall we recap?
just the number 1s.
Yep.
Number 1 dive bar. Oh wait, no, it started Nachos.
Okay. Number 1 nachos was,
Margaritaville and McMullen's Irish Pub.
yes, best pizza was
Duo Farini.
Forney.
I never remember that. You know what? That's the only problem with that place. You can't say their name.
Okay. Best dive bar.
Cheers.
Best casino bar.
Vesper at Cosmopolitan.
Best restaurant bar.
Bootlegger Bistro on Las Vegas Boulevard.
And, again, the best bar to spend 5 hours.
9 Fine Irishmen. Ladies and gentlemen, 2011 in the can. Doesn't happen everywhere. What's that? We're at 114 already. Oh, last call. Doesn't. Oh no. Yeah. So here we are at last call. That was our big top 5 of everything. Man, it was a year. It's a little. It was actually over a year because we didn't do one last year, but we'd only been on the air for 3 months. So that was our big 2010 and 11 wrap up. We had some fun.
We did.
And it's funny, we could have went on for days on these lists. I mean, it's just so hard. This town is so chock full of goodness. But that was our best example. So this is normally where I tell you how to not get knocked out, knocked up, thrown out, throw up, or thrown in jail in Las Vegas. But this year, or this episode, my tip is easy. Stay tuned to Pub Crawl. We're going to take a week off next week for the new year. Mm-hmm. Coming back in 2012, we're coming back. Yo, 2012. We come back in 2012 with a whole new year of goodness. The whole network. We're all taking a break next week. So if you want to watch golf and other 4-letter words, got to wait till the week after. But we'll be back in 2 weeks with more. But until then, live studio audience.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Live chat room. Pubcrawl at VegasVideoNetwork.com. That is us. Pubcrawl at VegasVideoNetwork.com. We're on the Twitter, LV Locals and Vegas Video Network, Roku, KSHP 1400 on Fridays, iTunes and YouTube. And remember, Pubcrawl urges you to drink responsibly. As I heard a quote today that said, one of those like lull sites, one of those kind of sites, and it had like a mean dog with the rainbow behind him. It said, got home drunk, put the key in the keyhole on the first try.
Nice.
I was like, I like that. So we urge you to drink responsibly. And remember, this week we didn't leave anything out.
We did.
Oh, maybe. But we also didn't make anything up. Until next year.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year.
Yes.
Cheers.